Morning everybody, welcome to today's class. I hope you all had a lovely day yesterday and enjoyed the sunshine. Looks like we're going to have another beautiful day today. Let's get started. So do a little stretch through the neck again. So either standing, sitting or kneeling. You're just going to lean your head over to one side, ear to shoulder. Take that hand across and then reach the other arm away. And we're just holding here to take that stretch. Nice deep breaths. Then back to the centre with swapping sides, tipping over. Take the arm across, reaching away. Do each side one more time. So ear to shoulder, bring the arm across, reaching the arm away. Last time, tipping over, arm is across, reaching away. Good, relaxing there. From there we're going to lay on our backs. So you're laying down onto your mat with your knees bent, feet on the floor in a neutral position. So you've got that slight curve underneath your lower back. Just resting the arms down beside you, looking up towards the ceiling. And we're taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. In and out. So as you're taking those nice deep breaths in and out, I want you to think about the position of those hips. So imagine you've got a torch on each hip bone and they're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. Keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed so they're away from the ears. Chest is nice and open. Keeping the weights evenly placed to your feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. And just gently tightening in your tummy. The next time that you breathe out, I want you to tuck the pelvis under so you're flattening your lower back into the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. So you're tucking under to flatten, holding that position, releasing back out. So as you're tucking under, you want to try and think of getting that nice strong flat back position. And you're using just those tummy muscles and your pelvis to move, trying to avoid squeezing the bottom. On this next one, we're holding our flat back, so tucking under and hold. As you're holding here, we're going to start to tighten in the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, you're tightening all the way in with the pelvic floor. Inhale to release. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. So you're thinking of the sensation of stopping a wee mid-flow. So as you're tightening, you should feel as though your tummy muscles are working harder and that your back is slightly flatter into the floor. We're halving this contraction, so 50% tightening in the pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. So still going to keep our relaxed position in the upper body, shoulders away from the ears, chest is nice and open. If you are feeling really tense, just turn those palms up to the ceiling and that will help to open up through your chest. You're pulling your tummy all the way down towards your spine, keeping the weight evenly placed through those feet. So remember, big toe, little toe, and heel. We're halving one last time. So 20 to 25% tightening. So this should feel like a very gentle lifting. Something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. So now that flat back position should feel nice and strong. You're using your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor to help you to stay there. You're going to bring both legs up into tabletop. So you're lifting your feet off of the floor to bring your knees above your hips. Your shins are parallel to the ceiling. We're going to glue those legs together. As you breathe out, you're tipping both legs over to the side. One hip is going to release from the floor. Inhale back to the center, and we swap sides. We're tipping over and center, tipping over and center. So although you're releasing one hip from the floor, you're trying to keep both shoulders in contact with your mat. You're using your tummy muscles to take the legs over to the side. Bring them back to the center where you should find that flat back position. And again onto the other side. Nice deep breaths. Using your pelvic floor. You've got 2 more on each side, tipping over and center, tipping over. And centre, last one on each side, tipping over. And centre, tipping over. And centre. From there you're hugging your knees into your chest. Excuse me. And once you've finished doing that, we're going to go on to our hands and knees. Grab a drink if you need one. And then you're taking both hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. We're going to do our back stretch. So from here, as you breathe out, you're going to tuck the pelvis under. So you start to curve the back, arching the spine. We're dropping the head. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale, let the pelvis go back out to your start position. Working through the spine, piece by piece. Lifting the head. Tucking under to curve. Arching the back. Dropping the head. We hold. Then we're releasing out through the spine. And the head lifts. So we want to get lots of movement through the back. Working into each section piece by piece. So just taking your time to move through each section. If you do have any areas that feel really stiff or sore, we're just slowing them down. Moving each vertebrae one by one. Nice deep breaths. So as you're curving your back, you're pulling the tummy all the way in. Then as we release to our start position, let those shoulders come away from the ears. Got two more here. Tucking under to curve. Arching the back. Dropping the head. We hold. Releasing out through the spine. Piece by piece. Lifting the head. Last one, tucking under to curve. Arching the back. Dropping the head. We hold. Then we're releasing out through the spine. Piece by piece. To lift the head. From there we're going to come back into a shelf stretch, so bottom to the feet. Reaching those arms out in front. If you need a drink, then grab one. Then we're going to be going on to our sides for our chest opening stretch. So as you come onto your side, get those knees bent. one on top of the other, resting the head down. Take those arms out long, palm to palm with the hands. You can use a cushion or something under your head here if you need to. So we're going to lift the top arm up so that your fingertips point to the ceiling. Take the head with you. We're twisting away from the body towards the opposite wall. Holding here, take a nice long stretch. Then you're lifting back up and over to come down palm to palm. Lift the top arm up, fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you. We're twisting away, holding here. So then lift back up and over to come down palm to palm. So the legs are staying glued together. Making sure that your twist is coming through the waist so they're nice and grounded. Make sure you're taking nice deep breaths the whole time. You shouldn't be holding your breath. Arm stays long. Reaching from the fingertips all the way into your armpits. Opening up in the chest. Looking at that hand for as long as you can. Making sure you've got a good range of movement through the neck. Got two more on this side. We're lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, we're twisting away. Holding here to stretch before lifting back up and over to come down palm to palm. Last time, lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, we're twisting away, holding here, lifting back up and over to come down palm to palm. From there we're going on to the other side. So again, knees are bent, legs on top of one another as you lay on your side. Resting the head down, bringing those arms out nice and long and in front of you. So again, we're lifting the top arm up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, we're twisting away. Holding here to stretch before lifting back up and over to come down palm to palm. Top arm lifts, fingertips point to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, we're twisting away, holding here to stretch before lifting up and over to come down palm to palm. So remembering that you want those legs glued together, they're staying grounded. Making sure that your twist is coming through the waist. Excuse me. Arm is long, reach from the fingertips all the way into your armpits. Getting that nice stretch, getting the chest really open. Deep breaths. Looking at your hand for as long as you can. Making sure you've got a good range of movement on both sides of the neck. Let's take two more here, lifting up to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, we're twisting away, we hold. Lifting back up and over to come back down. Last time, lifting up, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, we're twisting away. Holding here as we stretch before lifting up and over to come down palm to palm. From there, you're rolling onto your back to take a full body stretch. You're going to stay on your back. If you do need a drink, then grab one. So we're going to be in a neutral position. So with the knees bent, feet on the floor, and then rest those arms down beside you. So you should have that curve under your lower back. From here, as you breathe in, you're going to nod the head, chin to chest. Exhale, tighten the tummy to lift those shoulders away from the floor, the arms reach nice and long. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. We're going to go chin to chest. Lifting up, we hold. Control back down. So you're using your tummy muscles to lift you. You're pulling your belly button all the way down. Your chin to chest position is there to keep the neck nice and relaxed. So think big nod of the head, then use the tummy to lift you. Tightening in the pelvic floor. Reaching those arms away, get the shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Let's take two more here, then we'll change the movement. Lifting up, holding, control back down. Last one, chin to chest. Lifting up, we hold, control back down. So the beginning of the movement is exactly the same, just adding in those little pulses at the top. So still bring your chin to chest. Lifting up, holding here, you're going to pulse up, 2, 3, control back down. Chin to chest, lifting the shoulders, pulsing up, 2, 3, control back down. So you're still using your chin to chest position, tummy lifts you. You pulse, 2, 3, control back down, still breathing. Use that pelvic floor, chin to chest, lift, pulse, 2, 3, and down. You've got two more here, chin to chest, lifting up, big pulse, 2, 3, control back down. Last one, chin to chest. Lifting up, pulse, 2, 3, control back down. From there, hug those knees into your chest. Grab yourself a drink and come up onto your knees or lay on your front. So if you're laying on your front, you're long through your body with the legs behind you. Arms are mat width apart and in line with your ears. If you're on your knees or kneeling up tall, have the legs behind you, feet resting on the floor. I've got one foot tucked under because I've cut my toe at the weekend and it's just painful to rest it down. But if you do cramp, you can tuck both those toes under. Arms are resting down beside you, get the shoulders down. Tighten your tummy the whole time that you're moving. So what we're going to do is take a breath in to lean back. Exhale to squeeze your bottom, push yourself back up. Inhale to lean. Exhale, squeeze and lift. So shoulders are down. Just slightly tuck that head in, I forgot to say, so that you're not straining or tipping back through the neck. So breathe in to lean back. Squeeze, lifting up. Leaning back. Squeeze to lift. Leaning back. Squeeze to lift. Leaning back. Squeeze to lift. So remember, those shoulders are down. You're really using the squeeze of your bottom to drive back up. Tummy should be working the whole time. Let's take 2 more here, leaning back and lift. Last one, leaning back and lift. From there, come into your shell stretch. So bottom to the feet, reaching those arms out in front. And then we're going to be going on to our backs for the 100. I'm just going to change ends because it feels weird facing the other way. So grab a drink if you need one. You're going to be laying down on the floor, facing up towards the ceiling. Just take the knees, bent feet on the floor for now, as I explained. But you want a flat back position. So as you come into your flat back position, you need to make sure there's no gap underneath your lower spine. You've really sunk into the floor. So I'll talk you through and then we'll go together. So you're going to be lifting your legs up from the floor into tabletop. So your knees will be above your hips, your shins will be parallel to the ceiling. If your neck is really sore, you can leave your head resting down on the floor, looking up to the ceiling. But if you don't suffer from a sore neck, chin to chest, lifting the shoulders. Your arms will be long, and we're going to be changing the position of the hands. We've done this quite a few times before. So as you breathe in, your palms are going to face the floor. As you breathe out, they're going to face the ceiling. So you're just rotating, like you can see there. So it will look like this with the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that gets really confusing, just choose one and stick with it. It doesn't really matter too much. Once you've finished 100 repetitions, turn those palms over. Hands come behind your head. So support your head here, not the neck. Still with that chin to chest position, we're going into 2 sets of 8 sitting up. So we're coming up and down. Your movements will be much bigger than mine. Nice deep breaths as you're doing those. You're then going to rest the head down. Your legs should still be in tabletop here. And you're going to be going into toe taps. So you're going to tap one toe down, the other leg will lift. Tapping down and lift. Down and lift. 2 sets of 8 there. Once you finish there, you're going to hug those knees in, and then we're going into a full body stretch. So find that nice flat back position. When you're ready, lift those legs up into tabletop. So knees above your hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. Chin to chest and lift those shoulders. Arms are long, start with the palms facing the floor. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, staying here, take those hands behind your head. You've got sit-ups for 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8 more, 8, 7, 6, tummies in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest the head down, arms are coming down beside you, you've got toe taps, tap down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, last set, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax there, hug your knees into your chest, and you're reaching out nice and long through your body. Bring yourself up to sitting, grab yourself a drink. Excuse me. Good, so you're coming up to sitting. Just move this. Good, okay, so coming up to sitting, we're going to go into our breathing, walking forwards. So from here, we're going to take the legs crossed. So we've done this one quite a few times. So just make sure you've got one leg that's on top, one leg that's underneath, or in front behind. You can make that a looser cross-leg position if you need to. Again, you'll have one leg forwards, one leg under. Start with whichever one is comfortable for you. We're going to be doing both. So from here, we're just going to concentrate on our breathing and stretching through our back. So just start sitting up, and then when you're ready, start to walk your hands forwards, just as far as you can go, and drop your head. So you're going to hold here as you start to take some nice deep breaths. So holding here, we're breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, try and walk those hands further forward. Still dropping that head. Again, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, walk those hands forwards. Just holding here this time, just to take those nice deep breaths in and out. Refill those lungs, fill up the belly. Just start to walk those hands back in. Sitting yourself up nice and tall. If you're feeling a little bit dizzy, just take a moment. We're going to uncross the legs and cross them the other way. So you should have a different leg in front, different leg tucked under. Again, you can make that a really tight cross-leg position or keep it a little bit looser if that's more comfortable. You might find that you feel tighter on one side than the other when the legs are crossed differently, so don't worry if that is the case. So again, just walking those hands forwards, dropping the head. Taking those nice deep breaths in that, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Take that nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, walk those hands forwards. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And again, nice deep breath in. Walk those hands forwards. Just holding here this time, really breathing. Just walking those hands back. Sitting up nice and tall. Good. Grab a drink if you are feeling a little bit dizzy from taking those deep breaths. I'm just going to come into our little frog stretch. So soles of the feet are together so that your knees are nice and wide. Just holding onto those feet, give those legs a little bounce. Working into those hips. And take the bounce out and just start to push your knees towards the floor, leaning forwards if you can. And if you want to increase that stretch, we're pushing the elbows down into the legs, leaning forwards. Good. From here, we're going to come to kneeling or standing, whichever is more comfortable for you, to work through the arms. So if you need your baked bean tins or your little weights, then you can grab them now. So if your knees get painful if you're on them for too long, come up to standing. I'm just not in shot if I do that, so I'll stay with kneeling. So we're going to do our usual rolling the arms forwards, rolling the arms back, pushing the arms up, pushing the arms down, pushing forwards, back, rest, and again. Then we're going to do our ups and down, rest, up, down, rest. Okay? So remember to stay nice and tall. Keep your tummy really tightened and shoulders relaxed. So don't lift the shoulders up as your arms are getting tired. Bring those arms out, keep them long. Here we go. Circling forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Just take a moment. Here we go again. We're circling forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those arms down. Give them a little shake. Then we're going into our lifts and downs. That's across a count of 8. We're lifting up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiny rest. Here we go again. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing there. Take the arm across. Have your other arm either on your forearm or your upper arm but not on your elbow, and pull across. So we're getting a nice stretch here. Good. The same arm is coming up and over the head. And swapping sides, bring the arm across the body. Nice deep breaths. And you're going to bring that arm up and over. And relaxing there. Good, we're going to come onto the knees and the forearms, and we're going to work through the legs. So, we're going to do one leg at a time. We've done these ones before. We're just going to add a few variations in. Just a different way of exercising them. You can have a drink quickly if you need one. We're going to be on the forearms just to rest through those wrists a little bit. So that when we come into side planks later, you're feeling a little bit stronger through your wrist if we can. So onto your forearms. Try and make sure you've got those knees underneath your hips, and rest the toes down if you're not using that leg. The leg that you want to use first, you can choose. We're going to do both. You're going to reach it out nice and long and away from you with the toes tucked under. So as if you are then going to step into a plank. Don't worry, you're not. From here, that leg that's long, you're going to be lifting up and down, up and down. So the lift can be as high or as low as you want, but what I don't want is you to be twisting through the hips. So it can be small, but controlled. So just lifting up and down. You'll need to use your tummy, and you'll need to breathe. Working up and down. You're keeping that flex position through the leg. Let's take 2 more here. Lift, down, lift, down. Bring that leg back in just to give it a slight rest. We're staying on the same side here. Again, taking that leg out nice and long. This time the leg is going to step out and in, out and in. Don't drag it. It's lift and in, lift and in. The foot still flexed. Lift and in. Just stepping out and in. Use the tummy. Two more here. Lift, in, lift, in. Bring that leg back swap sides. So the leg is going to come out, tucking the toes under. This time we're going back to the beginning where you're lifting up and down. Lift and down. Remember, you're lifting as high as you can here. Nice deep breaths. Tummy's tightened. Two more here. Lift down, lift down. Bring that leg back in just to have a rest. The leg goes back out. We're stepping out and in, out and in, out and in. So again, make sure you're not sliding it, you're stepping that foot out and in. Three. Two more here, out and in, out and in. Coming back. Just take a little shoulder stretch back, just to stretch into those hips. We're going to do one more exercise on each side. And this is going to be like the clam that we usually do laying on our side. And we did this one the other day on our hands and knees. So what you're going to be doing is, from your knelt position, you're going to be lifting one leg out to the side, still in the bent position. So I want you to imagine that you're a dog going for a wee up a lamppost. I know it's not very glamorous, but then you'll know you're in the right position. So you can stay on your forearms. So you'll be lifting that leg out and down, out and down. When you come down, don't put weight on the leg, although it will touch the floor. Don't put your full weight back on it. So you're keeping your weight on one side, lift out and down. You'll probably be able to lift much higher than me because this is my weaker, painful side of my hip. But if you can lift high, that's great. Go for that movement. Two more on this side, lift up and down, up and down, come back. Other side, the leg lifts out and down, out and down, lift and down. Remember not to put weight down, it might touch the floor, but don't put weight into that knee. Lift and down. Two more here. Lift and down, lift and down. Again, come into a shell stretch. Bring those legs in a wider position so your hips are open so that you can stretch into those hips as you reach the arms forwards. Again, we're on the hands and knees. This time you are on your hands, so lift up and we're tucking those toes under. So we can do our knee lifts. It's a really good one to get the tummy working, ready for our planks. So as you breathe out, you're going to press into your hands and your feet as you pull the tummy in to lift yourself up off of the floor, just an inch or so. Inhale down. Exhale to lift up and down, lifting up and down, lifting up and down. So making sure here that you're not dropping the head or lifting up too high. If you are on long arms, then you're thinking of looking just past those fingertips as you lift and lower. If those wrists are sore, you're just dropping onto the forearms, but look straight down to the floor. Don't strain the neck by looking up or dropping down. Four more here. Lifting up and down. lifting up and down. Last two, lift and down, lift and down. From there, relax and just roll through those wrists. Good, okay, we're going to go into our side plank. So if you joined in yesterday, we're going to do the same side planks that we did yesterday, where we're transitioning from side plank to normal plank. If you didn't join in yesterday, then you're in for a real treat today. So we're going to try and do it on a long arm. And this is because you're not in your side plank for very long before you twist into a normal plank. If it's completely out of the question being able to bear any weight into that wrist, drop onto your forearms. You can still do it from here. It just might feel a little bit more awkward, but that's fine if that's what you need to do. So remember that your knees are either bent, legs on top of one another, or one leg long with the other underneath leg bent, or you can take both legs long with one sole of the foot on the floor. Whichever one of those you choose, your aim is to drive your hips up as high as you possibly can. So, take one hand onto your hip. You can watch if you want to watch me go through it first, but bear in mind I'm going to be with both legs bent, so just change the leg position if you are doing something different. So from here, you're driving those hips up high. You're going to lift your arm up, and you're going to use your arm to twist you around into your full plank position. So I'm on my knees, you will need to have your feet out behind you. Find that plank position nice and strong. Breathe in and out and relax there. If you're on your forearm, it's exactly the same. You're driving those hips up, you will lift the arm. Use the arm to twist, you come to your forearm. Strong plank position, breathe in and out and relax there. Okay, you're taking this in your own time. There is no rush. Do not rush through these, it's not a race. You're going to get through each movement. You might want to shimmy back on your mat, especially if you're on a hard floor, so that you're not having to work on that. So remember to drive those hips up. Lift the arm. Twisting around to your plank. Find that strong position. Nice deep breaths. Relaxing down. So if you are on bent legs like me or one leg bent, you obviously need to step back long into your plank. So you'll be on your toes. Lifting up. Really drive those hips up. Use your tummy, use your waist. Twist. Find that plank. Adjust the hands if you need to. You should be squeezing your bottom, pulling your tummy in. Relaxing there. Don't forget to breathe. You should be breathing the whole time. Driving those hips up. Lift the arm. Twist, bring the hand down. Strong plank. Relaxing there. We're going to do two more on this side, then we'll change sides. So we're driving those hips up. Raising the arm. Start to twist. Come into your plank. Nice long position. Breathing in and out. Relaxing there. This is going to be your last one. Drive those hips up. Long arm. Coming down and around. Strong plank. Breathe in and out. Relaxing there. Just roll through that wrist that you've been bearing all that weight in. And we're changing positions. So onto the other side. Again, choose the position your legs are going to be in. It doesn't matter if it's different from the last side. The aim is to get those hips up. Hand on the hip. It doesn't matter also if you're now on your forearm or long arm compared to the other side. Just work to where you can on each side. Pushing those hips up nice and high. raising the arm. Twisting around, bring the arm down, find your plank position. We're tucking under, breathing in and out, relaxing there. Setting up, ready to go again. Hand on the hip, drive those hips high, lift the arm, start to twist round, bring that hand down, tucking under, squeeze your bottom, pull your tummy in, breathe. Relax down. So remember to just take these in your own time. Driving up. We lift. Twisting round. Find that plank. Tucking under. Breathing in and out. Relaxing down. Let's do 2 more here. Driving those hips up, lifting the arm. Start to twist, bring the hand down. Strong plank position. Breathing in and out. Relaxing down. This is your last one. So driving those hips up. Lift the arm. Start to twist round. Find that plank position we hold. And relaxing there. Just rolling with both of those wrists. We'll take a little stretch out. You're going to bring one arm out in front of you and just pull those fingers back towards you. Relaxing their other side, arm is long. Pull those fingers back. Good, then we're going to take a stretch through the legs. Have your legs out long and in front of you. You're reaching towards those toes. If you can't touch your toes, you're reaching as far forwards as you possibly can. If you can touch your toes quite comfortably, you're reaching past them. So that we're still increasing that flexibility. Drop the head. I'm just going to take my legs a little bit further apart. You keep yours close together. Dropping the head. Holding there to take nice deep breaths in now. Keep your arms lifted. They shouldn't be resting down on your legs. They're activated, they're up, they're lifted. Don't just rest on the feet. Relaxing there. Tuck one leg into the side, so you've got the sole of the foot on the thigh, the leg is long. Here what you're trying to do is grab hold of that foot. If you can't grab hold of the foot, grab hold of the leg and pull your head down. So drop the head. This should mean you're feeling in the back of those legs. Relaxing there, swapping sides, one leg is long, tucking under. Reaching for that foot, or as close to the foot as you can, pulling yourself down. So if that is on the leg, you're still holding onto it and pulling. Stretching underneath the leg. Relaxing there. Bring yourself up to kneeling or standing. And we're going to roll those shoulders back. And forwards. bring those arms out nice and long. We're lifting all the way up, and we're going to stretch over. Come back to the centre. We're lifting up, stretching over. One more time on each side, we're lifting up and over. We're lifting up and over. And relaxing there. That's today's session finished. Thank you so much for those of you that have joined me today and any of the classes I've done so far. Make sure you get out in the sunshine, wearing sun cream of course, get some exercise. It will make you feel so much better. Let me know if there's anything extra you want to include. Drop me a message below or private message me if you have any questions or queries. And I hope to see lots of you tomorrow or for the rest of the week. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye bye.